Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you about what is a sentence. Yes, in English grammar, a sentence holds a meaning. The meaning of sentence according to English grammar is a group of words which makes complete sense. That means a sentence is an arrangement of words that make complete sense. For an example, Lily is playing with the doll. So here in the sentence, we can very clearly understand that we are talking about a girl who is playing with a doll. Next, there are certain things that you have to keep in mind while writing a sentence. The first thing is that a sentence is always written with a capital letter. A sentence always starts with a capital letter and it must end with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. A complete sentence has two components, a subject and a predicate. So, a subject is the thing or the person that we are talking about. And the predicate tells what the subject is doing. Or you can simply say a predicate tells us about the subject. Next, we have the kinds of sentence. Sentences are of four kinds, and first of them is a declarative sentence. A declarative sentence makes a statement or an assertion. For example, I studied for 2 hours today. That means we are simply telling what I did. And declarative sentences need not be only positive sentences. Declarative sentences can also be negative sentences as well. Here, in place of saying I studied for 2 hours today, I can also state that I did not study for 2 hours today. Whether it's a positive sentence or a negative sentence, it is a declarative sentence. That means declarative sentences are positive declarative sentences or negative declarative sentences. Next, we have the rule for writing a declarative sentence. Students, keep in mind that a declarative sentence starts with a capital letter and it ends with a full stop. For example, I am a teacher. Here this sentence starts with a capital I and ends with a full stop. Second is, you are my friend. The Y of the word you is capital because it's the starting word of the sentence and it ends with a full stop. She is learning French. The word she starts with a capital S and the whole sentence ends with a full stop. So this is a very crucial rule of writing a sentence and you have to keep it in mind. Next up, we have the second type of sentence, that is interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question, and like a declarative sentence, it also starts with a capital letter, but it ends with a question mark because an interrogative sentence is used to ask a question. That's why it ends with a question mark, such as, where is my book? Or, why are you sad? Where do you live? How are you? All these sentences that I have written here, you must pay attention there. They all are starting with a capital letter and all of them are ending with a question mark. Imperative sentences are those sentences that express a command, a request, or an advice. For example, open the door. This sentence, open the door, is a command. Next, please be quiet. Now this is a request. Consider learning a new skill. Now here, this sentence is an advice. So keep that in mind. Imperative sentences express commands, requests, and advice. Next, you have to keep in mind imperative sentences, just like declarative, interrogative sentences, They also start with a capital letter, and imperative sentences end with a full stop. Next thing that you have to keep in mind is that an order or a command usually does not have a subject. For example, listen to me, shut the door. Here, you have to keep in mind that even if the subject of a command or an order is not written or is not used, but the subject of a command or an order is always the pronoun you. Sometimes the word you does appear in a command. For example, don't you dare lie to me, or don't you dare touch me. So in some sentences we use the subject you, and sometimes we omit it. But we have to keep in mind that commands have the subject, that is the word you, pronoun you. If you are making a very strong command, then you may write an exclamation mark at the end, such as get out. If you are making it very strong, if you are telling somebody very strongly to get out, so you can write an exclamation mark at the end. Next up, we have exclamatory sentences. These sentences express feelings like happiness, excitement, shock, anger, or surprise. Exclamatory sentences begin with a capital letter and they end with an exclamation mark. For example, wow, that's beautiful. What an idea. Here, I want to bring your attention to the first sentence. Here, the exclamation mark comes after the interjection wow, and it does not come at the end. So people, keep in mind that exclamation mark is written after an interjection if there is an interjection in your sentence. Now interjections are words like alas, hooray, wow, oh. All these words, when we use them to express sudden feeling, we use interjections. These interjections are placed and then the exclamation mark comes after them. Some exclamatory sentences begin with the words what and how. Now keep that in mind. Not every sentence that starts with the words what and how are questions. So you have to first read the sentence, then you have to understand what kind of a sentence it is. See here in the examples it is written, how generous you are. Here we are not asking somebody how generous they are. It ends with an exclamation mark, so it will be an indicator that here we are expressing our feeling about a person who is very generous. How generous you are, or what a beautiful gift. Here we are not asking what a beautiful gift, we are saying what a beautiful gift with a strong feeling. We are expressing how amazed we are when we saw that gift. I hope I made it very clear to you all, and your suggestions are always welcomed. Comment down below if you have any suggestions regarding the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to keep learning English, you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.